This is the Big O Show. 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 This is
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive a new 2025 RDX for $419 a month during our 17th anniversary sale.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Take $10,000 off a 2025 Acura MDX during our 17th anniversary sale.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
It's big. It's gigantic. It's the Toyota of Hollywood Super Sale. Over 2,000 Toyotas from just $17,988. Like a Corolla LE, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. Join the fun and get a super deal at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive a new Acura ZDX, $439 a month during our 17th anniversary sale.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's #1 volume Subaru retailer.
The viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
It's the Big O Show with
everybody. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome aboard. It is a beautiful Thursday, August 20th, 2025, day number 18,847 since the Miami Dolphins lifted the Vince Lombardi trophy, just like it was yesterday. That's all it was. Anyway, they are practicing. We will pass on all the information going on in practice. Sean Stanley will help us, as always. Appreciating all of you out there. Apparently, Darren Waller has been activated from the PUP list, did stretching, and then has disappeared. So I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you, but it is what it is. It's the Darren Waller effect. I don't know. It's like a mystery. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. It's like what's that called? Potluck, right? You know, it's like Jack in the Box. Is there anything modern of nowadays that's like anything? At Regal Theaters, they have like a surprise movie. You know that? You can like go and then you like reserve it, and you have no idea what movie it is. And my wife and I are like, how do people go to that? I mean, we go, well, we could do that because we have the passes and we don't care. So, you know, it's like a surprise movie. So, you know, it's with Darren Waller, there are surprises everywhere. So apparently he stretched and then disappeared. Listen, let's just hope that he's this elusive for the defenses that he faces this year. That's all I'm going to say. Right? I mean, makes sense, right? I mean, if he's this elusive with defenses like he is with the media, practicing, and I mean, because this guy's got the life. They activated him from the PUP list. He comes out, stretches in front of everybody, and then leaves. Okay? So we'll see what happens there. A long list of people missing. Tyreek Hill, Devon Achane are out. They are not practicing. Tyreek Hill is catching some balls on the side. Andrew Mayer, Addison West, Byron Matos, Austin Jackson, Kendall Sheffield, Ethan Bonner, Ashton Davis, and Dante Trader Jr. These are all the folks out. Okay? And so there we go. That is what's going on so far. What's going on in practice, and we'll keep you updated. You know what I call good practice, right? No injuries. So let's hope that there's no injuries. That is the most important part. I was thinking and preparing for this show and realizing, man, there's a lot of stuff to talk about today on the program, which I was kind of shocked on a day like today. And we got practice, so hopefully, I'm hoping practice brings no news. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like nothing bad, I hope everything is kosher and everybody practices well and they walk off the field and Darren Waller's back on the field. Okay. All right. So Darren Waller went and took a dump and then came back. That's it. He stretched, and it's kind of like yoga when you first start it, or Pilates, and you're like, you're just dropping gas all over, you're stepping on ducks, you're floating air biscuits, and so I think that's what happened to Darren Waller. He was just stretching, and then all of a sudden he had to disappear. He was like, I hadn't done this in a while. I got to go do number 2. And so he went and did number 2, and now he's back. That's it. That's what I'm going with. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's all I can tell you. But the good thing is, this is good news. This is what I want. I just don't want no injuries. I just want everybody. I want a boring day. Boring day. People catch passes. People defend. People run around. They get great exercise. They get through the process, and no injuries. It's a beautiful thing. By the way, today's episode is brought to you by, of course, our friends here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, your hometown Subaru dealer. And right now, they are packed with savings on favorites like the Crosstrek and the Outback. And They've got no payments until 2026. That's right. You can drive home a Subaru today and don't worry about a payment until next year, man. It's a beautiful thing. Approved credit. You can see dealer for details. Take the Crosstrek out for adventure or a lease, of course. And today, $225 a month, complete with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and advanced safety features. Or you can get in the Outback, available for only $267 a month with financing offers as low as 0%. And of course, mention us when you get here, man. Tell them, hey, man, Big O sent me. You know, don't I get $500 off? So, you know, you could get yourself $500 off. Call them 754-799-4129 so you can get all the details. Come on out here, see all the great people out here. Eric Stampone, sales manager, Thomas Pierre, Brian Medina, Samuel Williams, great people out here, man. Alan, of course, is the general manager, does an awesome job. So come on out here and see the great people at Subaru of Pembroke Pines at 16100 Pines Boulevard, and make sure you tell them that Big O sent you. They will take care of you. I promise you, here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. All right. What else do we have going on here? Let me see. Oh, wow. We've got our update already. I did the update on the iPad. So it was updating while I was on the air here. So now it is completely updated, and I can actually now shut down my phone. I can see you guys now better on the chat board. Don't forget, please smash the hell out of the like button. It's very important. Very, very important. It gets the algorithms going, okay? And it gets it out there to more people that are Dolphin fans and Heat fans and Canes fans and Inter Miami and all that kind of. Hey, by the way, where are all those the Marlin fans? What happened to you guys? I mean, you love this team so much. They're 4-12 in their last 16. Where's the love? Nobody cares anymore again. We're back to that again. That's all you need, bro. 4-12, and they're back to their shells, and like, yeah, we didn't care in the first place, but hey, they were winning. Like talk Marlins. Yeah, right. Sure. Not a blip on the screen from before. Oh yeah, that. Where are they now? I get it. There's a couple of you seam heads that you live for baseball and you love it and all that, but most of us really just stop caring. You know what I mean? So, but it's just funny, and it's exactly what I said, and this is exactly what's going on. Not a blip, nothing. Just hilarious. Anyway, Brian Landis, I see, is number one on the chat board. Thank you out there. Hit the like button. Don't forget, you can also make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, and Chainlink and Solana. Chainlink is actually one of the few that is pumping right now, and Bitcoin is at a nice dip right now, which is beautiful. Actually shot up. It was in 112. Now it shot up to 113,925. Okay. All right. And Ethereum is on the move now. So look out. Maybe this short-lived, it was like an 8% gift. 8-9%, whatever it is. I figure if you're at 124 and you go down to 112.9, it's like a 8 or 9% dip or something like that. It's like, here's a gift. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm a financial advisor, not that I know anything about this, but I seem to be perfect on those predictions, right? Like I'm perfect on all those predictions that they all will come back and pass their all old-time high. What are you laughing about now? What happened? What the hell happened? What'd you see?
Omar Kelly being a wordsmith. Let me tell you.
Oh, okay. What did he do?
He sends out, he's like, Ollie Gordon catches a pass from Tua. Then his next tweet is, Ollie Gordon dropped the handoff.
And Cornell Armstrong just broke up a Ewers pass.
Also, Ashton Davis has returned to practice. He's not practicing, not participating, but he's out of the walking boot that he'd been wearing. So
right,
maybe something.
Yeah, that's the good news. You got Brewer wearing the orange jersey. There's no more red jerseys for Ingold and Mo Kamara, so that means they're out of the concussion protocol. Ashton Davis is out of the boot. And Darren Waller is out there. So we'll see what happens with Darren Waller now. See if they can trust him running a route. I don't know.
Zach Wilson now has a middle name.
What does Zach Wilson have now?
Interception.
Sack interception Wilson.
Yeah. Elijah Campbell picks him off. Todd Washington, 25 yards down the middle, coming back. The pass was too high.
Oh, you mean he was inaccurate? Oh, God. I mean, Zach Wilson, inaccurate? But what I love is that Mike McDaniel will force the square peg in the round hole, and he will not open up the competition between those two. So, whatever. I get it. Look, dude, it's a rookie quarterback with a guy that at least has had some NFL experience, but the guy has NFL experience, still doesn't know how to read defenses. So I can't trust him. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what you tell me. I don't trust Zach Wilson at all. I get it. You're not going to trust Ewers either because he's a rookie. He should get walloped and whenever he goes out there in the NFL at the beginning. But I mean, this is the path you chose, right? I'd rather go down in flames with Ewers over Zach Wilson. I know what Zach Wilson is. Yes, sir.
To back up your argument, Wilson had two turnovers on his plays. Ewers explosive to Henning on a deep corner. Henning got a step. Quinn drops the rainmaker right in the bucket.
Yeah, he's got touch. Something that most Zach Wilsons don't have. So what can I tell you? Let me tell you something about the craziness for the Miami Dolphins. You want to know what's insane for the Miami Dolphins this year? Is that their first game can determine everything about this season. It could. There's a possibility. You know why? Okay, so last year, did you make the playoffs last year? Just tell me out there. No? Did you beat the Colts? So this year, you've got the Colts again to open up the season. I don't care that it's on the road. Doesn't matter to me that it's on the road. The bottom line is, for those, look, I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs this year. I hope they do. I hope I'm wrong. I hope McDaniel wins 13 games and shuts me up and he wins the division and wins 3 playoff games. Okay, not 1, 3. I hope he does what I would never imagine him to do. Would love it. I'm a Dolphins fan, so I would love that. But again, I do this not because, I'm a fan, but I do this as a professional, being objective, and I call it like I see it, whether I like it or not, whether it hurts me or not. Okay, and I tell you, I'm pumped for the Canes, obviously pumped for the Panthers. I'm not excited about this Dolphins team, and I'll have other things to talk about to explain all this, but it's interesting, which is ridiculous. Okay, it's ridiculous to say this, but it's the truth. If you imagine that the Dolphins are a playoff team, I don't, but if you do, and if you do, okay, you must beat the Colts. I mean, it's a must win. Just because, not because mathematically you're eliminated, it's because, well, if you can't beat the Colts with Daniel Jones at quarterback, and they're not a great team anyway, as it is. I understand if you don't the year Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl with the Broncos, he was the worst. He is the worst quarterback in the history of mankind to win a Super Bowl that year because he couldn't throw for more than 10 yards. His arm was toast. The other Peyton Manning that won with the Colts, obviously that's one of the most elite quarterbacks that's ever existed. So that's fine. We know what he is. But at that moment with the Broncos, they were so dominant. They just needed a guy that could complete a couple of passes, and he had enough of an arm to complete a couple of passes. The lines of scrimmage, the running game, the special teams, coaching, everything else is going to win it for him. Basically, they carried Peyton Manning to that title. Okay? So that's not what you're facing in the Colts. You're not facing like this dominant the Ravens with Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer is a jag, dude. He's a nobody. You only need him to complete a couple passes because that team was so dominant. So all you got to do is complete a couple passes. Everybody else is going to take care of the business. That's not what you're facing in week 1 with the Colts. You're facing a team that's not that good, and they don't have a good quarterback. And you lost to the guy that's on the bench now in Anthony Richardson last year. And it's not like he played great or anything. He'll make a splash play or two because he's an athlete. So they went with Daniel Jones, who's mediocre. He's slightly better than Anthony Richardson. I mean, Anthony Richardson is a horrible quarterback. One of the worst quarterbacks that I've ever played in the NFL is Anthony Richardson. Okay, and he is pathetically fragile. For a guy that big, that strong, he's not tough. He's super fragile. I mean, it's really, I got to tell you something about Anthony Richardson. It's embarrassing that guy has to walk around with, a sticker that says fragile because, handle with care. I mean, that's how pathetic Anthony Richardson is. That guy gets injured on anything that happens on a football field. And to be that big, that athletic, supposedly that strong, brother, you got no durability whatsoever. It's pathetic how soft he is. Okay? With Tua breaking down, well, yeah, he's a munchkin. He's an Oompa Loompa. This guy's a tall-ass giraffe, and he can't stay healthy. So, you're not facing anything. If the Dolphins cannot beat the Colts in week 1, you got your answer. Those of you that are delusional and think the Dolphins are a playoff team this year, because I don't believe they're a playoff team. I think maybe they win 7 games, 8, something like that. That's like, the high end. I don't think there's anywhere near 10 games and 9 or 11 or 12 or any of this foolishness some of you are all talking about because you don't have the coach. So week 1 is a must win, not because of mathematics. It's because it'll tell you what you are as a football team. If you can't beat that team on the road in week 1, how do you expect this team to become a playoff team? I mean, just be honest with yourself, really. Okay? And this isn't Shula, and, I can go back and talk about years with, like, real good coaches and really good teams. That's not what we have here. This is not a really good team. This is not a deep team, and this is definitely not – this is one of the Dolphins' worst head coaches. He has – great play design capability in his head that we have watched it for a few years now. He can design some plays that will just confuse the hell out of people, but he doesn't know how to actually put it all together and attack and counter and all that. That is where he fails on a consistent basis. So week 1, it's ridiculous to say, but it's must win just because we will know what kind of team you are, because if you can't beat that pathetic bunch, then you're just as pathetic. Let's see. Brian Landis, good morning. Skyler, good morning. Big Johnson, Pep, 3 more weeks. Yes, sir. Dolphin Dave. Let's see. Christian. Nyborg. True Fin fan, waiting for this season is like waiting for a prostate exam. We don't want to be there. We don't want to go through it, but we have no choice. So let's get over with fast and as possible. Well, listen, the good thing is, what's up, Alan? How you doing? If the Canes start off by beating Notre Dame, listen, this only goes for us Canes Dolphins fan. Like me, I'm a hometown guy. Okay, I'm born in Belle Glade, Florida, bro, and raised in Miami and Little Havana and Kendall, and so I'm Miami all the way. I've been 305 all my life, dude. Okay, I was born in 305. You know, Belle Glade, Florida, in 1966 was 305, bitch. Okay. So if anybody tells you I'm not 305, yeah, I'm 305 because when I was born in 1966 in Belle Glade, Florida, it was 305. Okay. So I've been in the 305 the entire time, baby. We were only there for 6 months and then back to Miami. So 305 till I die. But anyway, so, you know, I just, for us Dolphin Canes fans, if I get a win against Notre Dame, it's kind of like the Colts, isn't it? What do we want the Canes to do? Beat the big moments, big games, big teams, ranked teams. Isn't that the bugaboo right now? You're kind of like, hey, you're good enough to beat the scrubs. You can pile on the 8-9 wins, 10. But, oh, dude, all these big moments, you suck. You fail. And then here you got a moment. You got a few of them. You only got a couple in this season. There's like 2 or 3, right? And then you get to the ACC championship game. You're going to know right away if the Canes can get it done, right, against Notre Dame. And so this is really, really cool. But for us Canes Dolphins fans, if I get a win against Notre Dame, my football season's already going in a really good direction. And if I could get a great Canes season, it'll make up for my mediocre Dolphin season. You know what I mean? At least, because I've been walloped with mediocre Dolphin and Canes seasons over and over again, you know, for 20 years now. So I need one of the two to actually come through. Those of you that are not both, I get it. You're not like me. I'm a hometown guy all the way through. So I root for all my hometown teams. I don't care if it's the Fort Lauderdale United or Inter Miami or Miami FC or whatever it is, Miami Heat, whatever, and so on and so forth. So for me, if I could get a great Canes season, it'll at least help me out, because what I don't want, like true fan, is a bad Canes and a bad Dolphins season. You know what I'm saying? So give me one of the two at least. I would love for both of them to be magical, but I know I'm probably asking for a little too much. Chris Johnson, One-Eyed Jack. Let's see. Yeah, we are dealing with a lot. Gus 1388. What is it? The Green Glow Dock Light. He's here. He's here. He wants you all to know Miami Breaker is still here. Says Marlins forever. There you go. Uh-oh, what do we have?
Matthew Judon.
Oh my God.
Killing it off the edge. Back-to-back practice sacks. One would have been a strip sack on Zach Wilson.
On Zach Wilson.
That was from David Furonis, and a couple other are reporting it as well.
All right. Well, Judon sacks sack.
And also Biggers was having his hand looked at. Nothing went on more. It might have been just a cut or something.
See,
on
that's
his right arm.
That's the kind of shit I'm talking about right there. See,
they haven't said anything about whether he went back in or if he's been out, but just so you know.
Okay. I don't want to hear any injuries. I don't want no injuries. No, tell me, but I don't. I just, okay, John Padilla. Good morning to you, sir. What else do we have here? Playoffs? Are you kidding me? You got to win a game. We can't win. Delete poop. Dolphin Dave is not very positive. Lewis Jones says 7-8 games. Maul be crazy. McDaniel is an offensive coordinator. That's all. I don't even know if he is an offensive coordinator, my brother, because I don't know how he's not a good chef. He's like me. You could give me all the ingredients and tell me how to cook it. I still won't know how to put it together. And that's his problem. So I think he can help play design and help set up an offensive game plan for the coordinator and the head coach, but I'm not convinced that he's the coordinator that knows how to coordinate it all and counter what defenses are doing. That requires a real offensive coordinator, and he hasn't proven that to me time and time again, actually. So I disagree with you on that. He's a position coach. He's not even a coordinator. That's how bad it is, unfortunately. Every game is a must-win for the Dolphins, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Well, no, it's not that. It's just that if you can't beat this team, yeah, he does sound like you. 17-0. Let's see. Week 1 is definitely interesting, says Eric. It's going to be very loud in Indy. They're honoring Jim Irsay. Emotional game for them. Okay. I didn't know they were honoring Irsay that day, but it makes sense. It is the opening day, and so, yeah, that kind of makes sense. They just lost a man. So, yeah, I got you. Yeah, Canes versus Irish, huge game for Mario. Canes got the talent. Can he make a dumb coaching mistake is the question. Well, if he is getting kind of out of the way of his coaches. So that's what he did on offense last year. If the defensive coach can get his job done, dude, I really like what we're seeing from the Canes. So we'll see. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We shall see. What else do we have going on in the world of sports? All right, let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. Call Alan Blanco, 786-618-1443 for custom printing and embroidery. And the news is good, Miami Dolphin fans, as Darren Waller has been activated from the PUP list. And by the way, so is Matthew Judon. Both are on the field and practicing with the Miami Dolphins, although guys like Hill and Achan, Meyer, Addison West, Matos, Austin Jackson, Sheffield, Bonner, bunch of guys are not practicing. Aaron Brewer has the orange jersey. Good news also is that where is it now? No red jerseys for Ingold and Mo Kamara. So they are out of concussion protocol and they are practicing. So that is good news. Tonight, Leagues Cup play will continue for Inter Miami. They will host Tigre at Chase Stadium, 8 o'clock. Saturday, beyond Bankcard Field, Fort Lauderdale United with their season opener, folks. Buy one ticket, get one free. So check it out. Saturday, 7 o'clock, Indy 11, hosting Miami FC. So Miami FC on the road on Saturday. And then Saturday night, also at 7 on the NFL Network, the Jags and the Dolphins will wrap up the preseason at Hard Rock Stadium. And the Indiana Fever, they lose Sophie Cunningham to a knee injury. She is out for the year. And former Miami police officer and current scumbag Marcos Thomas Perez, 62, the 25-year police veteran, pled guilty to transporting and transferring millions of dollars of stolen Miami Heat items and other memorabilia. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. What a complete scumbag that guy is. Seriously, dude. Seriously, bro. Like, you know what pisses me off? That guy did all that, and he basically ruined the museum for the Heat. Like, that pisses me off because that's something that's been like my idea that I've talked about for several years for the Miami Heat. And the fact that they had the idea going, I don't even know why they hadn't built it already with their rich history, which makes no sense. Like the Panthers, when they're done with this run, they better build their own personal little Hall of Fame already, because they will now have enough history and start to build it up and all that. So they don't have some scumbag cop go steal everything, which is crazy, dude. Just crazy. All right. We are here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, folks, 16100 Pines Boulevard. And right now you can save on the Crosstrek and the Outback. And they've got no payments until 2026. You can drive home the Subaru today And you won't have to worry about a payment till next year, which is a beautiful thing. And the Crosstrek, by the way, you can lease it today for $225 a month, complete with symmetrical all-wheel drive and advanced safety features. And the Outback, available for $267 a month with financing offers as low as 0% financing. And of course, if you mention my name, you will get $500 off when you buy or lease a vehicle. Oh, yeah, there he is, ready to go. How are you feeling, Mr. Stampone?
Feeling great. Good morning.
Morning to you. Doing good, Eric. How are things out here in Subaru land?
Things are great. It's a little smoky outside right now. I think
I
they're
know.
doing like a fire in the Everglades.
Oh, wait a minute! Everything's wet. What the hell's on fire?
Yeah, I think they're doing it on they're doing something. I don't know what it is, but I woke up today. It's like I thought it was fog, but it's fire. And someone told me. I didn't watch the news this morning.
Yeah, I actually Sean goes
You
to me.
smell it.
Smell it.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, it's like, man, it was crazy stuff. I wasn't smelling it by where I was, but it's must be closer here.
Yeah, it's west.
Because I live west, but I live down south, way south in Miami. So it's not by me. So it must be somewhere here closer to Broward, where they're doing it. Again, it's been raining. Like, what the hell got on fire, dude?
Yeah,
I'm still wondering about that, man. So it's crazy stuff. You looking forward to the Cane season?
Yeah, football's back. I can't wait. I think when this
Dolphins
college football starts when? This Saturday?
Dude, we have this weekend we start. This weekend we got football.
I can't
Next
wait.
weekend is the Canes in Notre Dame already, which is freaking awesome.
Oh,
dude.
that's the opening game.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes. Yes. We get like a killer opening game. And then next month starts preseason hockey.
Wow.
In September.
Nice.
So we'll by October, we're already in the season. We're already rolling. So this is just absolutely crazy, dude. So we got Dolphins and Canes starting up, and then Inter Miami now is wrapping up towards the end of their season, and we'll see if they can make some noise finally in the playoffs.
I saw a Lionel Messi highlight pop up on ESPN the other day.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's
still unbelievable.
Yeah. There's a commercial have you seen that commercial that it's about Comcast or Verizon or something about some internet company, and the guy says it's as reliable as whose left foot. And I'm wondering is could he not say Messi's left foot on that commercial and get sued?
Maybe.
And that's why he said that. You know what I mean? Because I'm going, wow. You know what I'm saying? Because like Super Bowl, you can't say it during the Super Bowl and all that. You got to call it the big game or whatever you're advertising during the Super Bowl time. Oh, we're giving away a TV for the big game. Come watch the big game at our restaurant. This, that. They don't say Super Bowl because they'll get sued. So they can't say it. We can say Super Bowl because we're just talking about it, but they're doing some kind of advertising. They can't use the word Super Bowl. So I'm wondering if Messi has that same kind of power that you can't say, because I wouldn't put it past his ass.
I was thinking
Jason Sanders.
The kicker? True.
Well, he's got like 400 straight field goals.
He's a good kicker. Yeah, he's a good kicker. That's fun. I didn't even think about that.
Now he's a good kicker. We had him on the brink a couple of years ago, dude.
If he's left-footed, that'd be that. But that's a good guess if that's the case. We got to find out. Yeah, we got to
No, because it's a soccer commercial. But it's messy because he also says, you're going to lose possession like a Dutch defender or something, So it was all kind of soccer.
It was all soccer
nuances. And when he goes left foot, I wonder, does Messi have a lock on that too? Like, wow, this guy's. Sure. I mean, he's international, bro. You're talking about like the most popular athlete in the world.
Yeah.
Like LeBron or none of these guys
can't touch him. Because it's global.
It's not even close, dude. You're not even anywhere near the stratosphere of that guy. You know what I'm saying? No American athlete.
Yeah.
It's like Ohtani is taking it to another level because he has an entire other continent that is now pushing for him besides all the American fans that he's picked up. And my God, who the hell ever thought we'd see a player like that?
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
No, I mean, when you're going to play offense and get out.
And he's a pitcher.
By the way, Travis Hunter is trying to be the Ohtani of football right now.
Can't wait to see what happens.
I want to see because that takes a physical toll on you. Listen, man, the whole Dwayne Wade thing. Fall 7 times, get back up 8. Remember all that?
Yep. Knee issues.
At one point or another, you're not going to get up, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's just that now you're going to play football both ways and survive.
I think they'll manage it as much as they can. There's no way. There's no way he's going to be on every single snap. I mean, you get no rest. I mean, I think they'll. I saw something on SportsCenter that he's going to be mainly a wide receiver, and then they'll just kind of throw him in on defense on a couple plays. But let's see. I mean, I can't wait. It's exciting. First time ever.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit, man. Crosstrek. I know we got a great selection right now on the floor here and in stock. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we got our inventory is plentiful right now. I think we still have over 50 Crosstreks in stock. Our elite special is $225 a month on an entry level Crosstrek. So very, very aggressive deals on the Crosstrek. And we have a wide selection of different colors, different packages. I know a lot of times you go to a dealership and they don't have that exact color you want. Crosstrek, we have all the colors, all the packages. So we're excited about that.
I think that's one of the things that's so consistent about Craig's Inn dealerships is that they are loaded with a large selection of vehicles. You go to some places, dude, and they only got a couple, and it's like, oh wow, dude. Yeah, I got to settle.
Yeah,
right. This is a big ass decision.
Yeah,
and I need to make I want to drive away, super happy.
Yeah,
and that's what I like about you.
And
guys.
you gotta see the colors in person. Yeah. There's so many times where we're dealing with a customer over the phone. And they say, I only want blue, or I want this exact color. I want this exact car. Do you have it? That happens all the time. And we always train our salespeople to not just pull the car up waiting for them, to actually walk the lot. That way, when they're walking the lot, they go, wait a minute, is that, you came for a blue, but is that the green? Is that the white?
Like the purple.
And then you see
the purple, the
WRX,
yeah.
You got to see them. You got to see them. You know, like
I would have never thought of purple, but when you when you look at that car, like, oh, dude, actually, that car is super.
Yeah,
cool.
and you know, and when you have a wide array of inventory, you're able to see all the colors. I mean, the analogy I use that I tell my salespeople is, you know, there was a time where I needed a blue suit, and I go to Macy's and I'm walking. I'm looking for a blue suit. I only want a blue suit. And then I go, hot damn, what's that? You know, I walk out with like a dark brown suit or a maroon suit. So it's nice to see all the colors. I encourage everybody to come here and see them.
And the combinations, because sometimes a car looks better with a sports package, kind of looks different and cooler in another car,
100%.
Another color.
Yeah,
100%. So, you know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Any of the financing features right now, because I know you guys got a lot of
we got a lot going on right now. So we're getting creative, because I know things are very expensive now.
Yes.
And car payments have went up pretty drastically the last few years. So I believe the average car payment in America right now is $700. So we're getting creative to help our customers. We have options, whatever works best for you. We have 0% on the Outback, as low as 0% on the Outback right now. On all cars financed, we have an option for no payment for 90 days. So when you take delivery of a vehicle, you're not going to have to make your first payment for 90 days.
And they got the option now where you pay till next year.
Yeah. So on all our vehicles, you don't have to make a payment until 2026. Call us or come for the details on that. But any option that works best for our customers is what we're going to do. But we're getting creative of how we could help as much as possible. So I'm excited about it. I think it's going to our customers are like, and it's going to drive traffic. People like options, you know. So the no payments until 2026 is great. You get a car today. You don't have to make a payment until 2026. Nice.
Electric hybrid area. Talk a little bit about the Solterra.
Yeah. So we got Subaru's kind of pushing the hybrid and electric more. Right now, you have the Forester Hybrid, which we have on ground, and then in the 2026 model with the Crosstrek, we're getting the first Crosstrek Hybrid. So we're actually taking
that is going to explode.
Yeah,
because the Crosstrek is all over the damn place as it is.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be able to get the hybrid.
Yeah. Yeah, and Subaru, I mean, I can't tell you. I mean, I've been at this store now at Subaru for I think 5-6 years. And over the years, so many times people even ask me, do you have a Crosstrek hybrid? So I guess Subaru listened. Whenever I meet with our factory reps, they always ask, they pick our brain. And that's one of the things we say, hybrids, people are asking for Crosstrek hybrids. So I'm excited. So 2026, we're going to have Crosstrek hybrids. We're taking orders for those cars. They're not here yet. They're ordering.
$500 off. Mention us. So when you come here, Eric, hey, dude, Big O send me. I'm going to get $500 off. I want a Solterra or a Crosstrek or whatever it is. Make sure you mention us.
Yep. So we'll have the Crosstrek hybrid and the Forester hybrid. And then you asked about electric. So electric, you got we have the Solterra, which came out last year. That's
love that car.
That's Subaru's first electric car. And we can't keep them here. Honestly, we get
a beautiful
them
vehicle.
Yeah, we can't keep them here. It's actually hard to get because the you have 0% financing on that car, and I think the lease special that's Subaru advertises is no money down, $299 a month. So it's fantastic deals, you know. So as soon when that car's here, we sell it. So you got the Solterra, and then
every time I come here every month, I always look at a Solterra because that's going to be one of them.
They're hard to get.
And then 2026, when I get my vehicle, that's one of the ones I'm going to make a.
Yeah, and we were looking at the bigger one that's coming out.
Yeah.
So Subaru's releasing two newer models. They're coming out with the Uncharted, which is like a smaller version of the Solterra, which is an electric car as well,
and the Trail Seeker.
And then you like the Trail Seeker, which is their larger. That'll be similar size to the Ascent, so that'll be like a full size SUV electric car. That's called the Trail Seeker. That's the one that we're gonna get for you, Big.
I got to tell you, man. I'm going SUV. Like I said before, I have to go SUV now because of climate and all that. I'd rather just kind of protect myself from these damn floods that happen all of a sudden, and you got to be a little bit more elevated.
Every single time I see Big O, the first thing he says, you have the Trail Seeker. When is the Trail Seeker coming out?
Yeah.
So you're going to be the first one with the Trail Seeker. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, definitely, dude. I'm with you there. By the way, you not only are the cars looking super cool, but also you guys kind of avoid the tariffs and all that because a lot of Subarus are built here too, right?
Yes.
So kind of explain that. So folks, because they have trepidations. They don't know what's going to affect them, what is, what isn't. Yeah. So explain Subaru a little bit because you guys kill it in ratings.
Yeah.
Customer satisfaction through the damn roof.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are number one in all of that. So explain.
Yeah. So obviously tariffs are only coming from imports, you know. So a lot of these cars now are actually built in America. Over 50% of the Crosstreks are built in America. Outbacks are built in America. A tool that I use is when you look at the VIN number of a car, if the VIN starts with J, it was made in Japan. If it doesn't start with J, it was made in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go.
Yeah.
So that'll allow you. So it saves you money too. So just in case, Subaru also, you're getting a lot of cars that are American made here. And I think that's important. And I think that all these companies are going to try to make as many as they can.
Yeah.
In America, so
Absolutely.
they can avoid all this stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know? So it's good stuff. And by the way, whether I'm looking for an SUV down the line, where it's a Solterra or whatever it is, but you guys got cars like the Impreza. Well, that will get kids going too, because we got school coming up now.
Yeah.
And you want an affordable car. You want something that's super durable, that's going to last forever, and your kid can beat it up.
Yeah.
Subaru Impreza, super affordable. So, what do you think?
I would put an Impreza up against any single car on the market for the best first-time car for a young person.
I say it all the time.
And it's not only for that. I mean, anybody can get the
No,
Impreza.
it's a super awesome car, but it's so affordable.
It's affordable. it's not too fast for your young kid. It's 5-star safety rating. It's all-wheel drive. It's bang for your buck. I really would put it against any car in the market for a first-time car. Absolutely. And a lot of people get it. I can't tell you how many people come here saying I'm getting my kid a first car, and they always come for the Impreza.
So check out the Impreza. It's it's what, $199 right now a month. Yep. You know, so it's a joke. Check it out because it's a great vehicle for your youngin'. Your school's starting now. They need a new car for college. Back to school.
Hit some traffic in Fort Lauderdale. Back to school.
Yeah, the Impreza, man. So good stuff there. Eric, as always, my brother, thank you.
Good
I
seeing
appreciate you.
Thanks,
time.
Guys.
We will catch up next month.
You.
I appreciate you, man.
All right.
And you planning on seeing any new movies coming up?
New movies. I just saw Weapons.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about it.
Yeah,
It was
saw
kind of
Weapons.
a weak ending for me. Kind of reminded me so much of Sopranos. Like it was an unsatisfying ending.
Yeah, so the big thing with that, have you seen Barbarian?
No.
So Barbarian was a horror movie that came out a few years ago, and it was that director's debut, and Barbarian's amazing. You should see Barbarian.
Okay.
So Weapons is this director's second movie. That's why I was excited to see it. But yeah, I thought it was good. I don't want to do any spoiler alerts, but it was good, not
no
great.
spoiler alerts.
But what movies do I want to see? What else is out? I don't know. Superman. I just saw Superman.
That was entertaining.
Yeah, I didn't see Fantastic Four yet.
That was better.
Oh, I thought you said vice versa.
No. Fantastic Four was better than Superman. Fantastic Four was a better superhero movie. Superman was kind of cartoonish, kind of kiddie more.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't want to give away
spoiler
stuff.
alert.
Yeah, I don't want to give away. I want to be a little general with that. I don't want to give away any stuff, but yeah, something like that. So
well, you got that movie pass you were telling me.
Yeah, I'm killing it with that stuff.
I thought I was a movie buff. I think you got me beat.
Well, now I wasn't really going to movies much because it's so damn expensive.
Yeah.
But now I pay $25 a month and I go as much as I want.
Yeah, movie tickets like $17 now.
Yeah, dude, you just go to 3
soda,
movies. It pays off for itself. And I could easily go to 3 movies in a month.
Yeah.
Hell, I went to 3 movies this past weekend.
Yeah. I love going to the movies. It's a freaking it's
Well,
nostalgic. It's a pastime, you know. It's
I don't
nice.
mind as long as I'm not getting, because I don't want to walk out of there. Now with the pass, if the movie sucks, I can even walk out if I want to.
Yeah.
And all right, whatever, I can
who
watch
cares?
something else. Yeah, who cares? You know what I'm saying? But like this way, that's the only way to do it, man.
Yeah.
Because it's again $25 a month. Regal has it. You sign up, and first 3 months you're paying $25. They give you the 4th month for free. So what are you paying in 4 months on average? You're paying like $20 a month or something, $18 a month.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's it's killer. It's killer. All right, my brother.
Later, Big O. Later, guys.
Eric.
Thanks.
All right. So you see Eric Stampone when you come on out here, and make sure you tell him that we sent you, and you'll get $500 off there at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Thank you, man. Appreciate you immensely. Let's see. What do we have here on the chat board? Oh, I'm off or just audio? Okay, okay. We're audio. Well, that's actually a positive for people. They don't have to look at my face. Jose says, you're so right, Big O. McDaniel don't know how to adjust to his offense attacks at halftime, and I was 49ers fan back in the day. Yeah. Well, that's a whole different ballgame when we're talking about Bill Walsh. That's one of the greats of all time, man. That guy is absolutely amazing when it comes to coaches. By the way, BigCheeseMiami.com, proud sponsor of our program. Gary and Billy started this over 40 years ago. Many memories. And if you look at the walls, you'll see photos and autographs and all kinds of Canes history over the last 40 years. Make sure you go out there and have some great food, great pasta. All the pasta is shipped from Italy. It is cooked fresh daily. They have family servings. So there's a lot of times that you will not finish the plate and you will be taking food home, which is, I don't know, something that doesn't happen much nowadays because it seems like they're serving you less and less, and they just don't do that at the Big Cheese. And the service is just absolutely amazing, second to none. The people are awesome, and those garlic rolls are to die for. BigCheeseMiami.com. All right. Let's see. You having trouble getting us back on there? All right. Do you need to take a short break or something, or reset or something? Okay. All right. We should be getting the video and torturing you soon with my face in a few seconds, hopefully. What else do we have that I wanted to talk about? I want to get back to video before I get back to what I wanted to talk about, and then we'll get to rocking and rolling here. Talking a little bit. Oh, you are back. I like it. All right. Let me see if we have anything in practice to since we were joined by Eric. Let me see if there's anything going on in practice to catch up. And hopefully there's no bad news out in practice. And hopefully the writers didn't see anything ugly going on for the Dolphins injury-wise. Let's see what we got here. Travis Wingfield says Bradley Chubb sets a hard edge to collision to Jalen Wright after a gain of about 2. If they could have kicked him out, Paul and Savaniah had driven the interior off the ball, but Chubb gets back over the top to block to stack it up. Let's see. Jason Marshall has come on for the Dolphins, broke up a pass in the end zone intended for Jalen Waddle. It was from Tua, by the way. Jalen Phillips just blew up a Jalen Wright and would have been credited for a sack on Tua. They're debating in the media group if it was a sack or not. Elijah Campbell with a tackle for a loss on Ollie Gordon on a goal line situation. Zach Wilson has back-to-back completions to Ezukama, totaling about 30 yards. Good throws over the middle on time. Takes the ball down to the 5, according to Travis Wingfield. Let's see. Boot on Austin Jackson's left foot, Omar Kelly says. Chop deflects a Zach Wilson screen pass at the line of scrimmage. Okay. So we got all of that. Jalen Wright just produced a nice inside run behind the first team O-line. It was shifty, says Omar Kelly.
Ben Stille.
Oh, there's a Ben Stille sighting?
Yes.
What do we got?
He deflected a Zach Wilson pass at the line of scrimmage.
Nice.
And then also Tua Westbrook Akine in the corner of the end zone. Ball finds his hand, but Jack Jones punched the hands, and the ball popped straight up and was picked off by the nearest defender. He said, this is Travis Wingfield, so he couldn't tell who because the VIP tent blocked his view.
Darren Waller, by the way, is suited up, but is taking Miami Dolphin mental reps so far in practice. Mental reps. He's up to mental reps now, Darren Waller.
At this pace, we'll be back by what, week 10?
No, this is positive. This is progress. I mean, this is progress.
Step
Mental reps. He'll actually run a route maybe by week 4 in practice. Mental reps for Darren Waller today. Hey, listen, there's a positive on this. You can't pull a hamstring on mental reps. Yes, sir.
Keon Smith is leaving the field with a trainer. He hasn't practiced much today. This isn't good, per Omar Kelly.
Poor kid. He's coming off that knee injury. Damn it.
Omar did notice that Mike McDaniel during one-on-ones, he posted earlier, sat down and watched the O-line and D-line against each other. That's where he put his focus during the one-on-ones today.
You got to focus. If you don't focus, then, what do you have? Yeah, you got to focus. It's stay focused on your task. It's Very important. So not good that Keon Smith is leaving the field. Tua picked off in the end zone on a pass intended for Westbrook Ikine. Jack Jones tipped it and then it was caught by another defender. Marcel Louis Jacques says he couldn't tell who was that other defender. Yeah. He had that pole in the way at that moment right there. So, and by the way, Travis Wingfield also, the VIP tent blocked it, so they had no idea. So, it is what it is. There we go. All right. True Fin fan, Shula would have Waller doing mental reps. LOL. Oh, for sure. Yes. And Shula would be talking positive and all that. Darren Waller could play for a guy like Shula. That's for sure, bro. All right. Practice ended, but we lost Keon on the practice, so that is not good. I don't like that because they don't have any depth at all. And he's one guy that I was hoping can come back from the knee injury and start showing what he did before the knee injury, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Brett Dodgers says, Big O, is Waller ready to wear a flag in his back pocket yet? No, Brett. No. We're only at mental reps right now. You're getting way ahead, Brett. You want to get the guy injured. You want to put too much on his plate. Okay, he's been out of football for a year. This is a lot for Darren Waller right now to handle. So, hey, Darren, we've got to act. But, Coach, I'm not ready yet. Well, don't worry. You're only going to take mental reps today. Oh, thanks, Coach. Wow. This year has been a really tough season. This off season has been a really tough off season for Miami Dolphins fans. They're trying to figure out what's going on. I have my theories. We've talked about this. Okay. They tell you what they're doing, which there's a lot of truth to what they're doing. It's actually mostly true. I just think they know what they're doing is going to have consequences. So I'm just saying because common sense tells you. And when you do what you're doing right now, fiscal reset, it has consequences. And so the Miami Dolphins are kind of in that position that I've been telling you. And I think that the end result is going to be, what have I told you? That Mike McDaniel will be fired at some point this season and Weaver will be your head coach. Why? Because of what you've got to do here. And let me explain what's going on. Last couple of years, they traded, they bought players, they brought in all kinds of people. They're pretty damn good rosters, dude. Pretty damn good rosters. You had some injuries, unfortunately. It is what it is. It's football. But unfortunately, this head coach, he underachieved every year he's been here so far. So now, this year, they have to now have a fiscal reset. So they're not spending. They're not going after top free agents. They're not risking any of the future. They're not guaranteeing a bunch of money in the future from any players or anything like that. They're not trading future picks away. In fact, they are stashing future picks. They are saving cap space. They are being extremely frugal. They are not spending on the offensive line. They are not spending at corner. Just don't do it. Tight end. They gave away their Pro Bowl tight end, and they brought in a guy that is a complete, gamble. Out of football, 33 years old. Did something great 5 years ago, but hasn't been anything anywhere near that. Can't be relied on. There has been nothing. So this is the consequences. Mike McDaniel was given the keys to the kingdom the last couple of years. They gave him everything he wanted. They signed everybody. They made trades. They appeased everything that he needed in his style of play. This offseason, we took a turn. The front office took over, brought in way more beef than they normally do. They actually put an emphasis on guards, something that he doesn't. He thinks he can hire people straight off the street to be guards. That's how he likes it, because he thinks it's an interchangeable position. They didn't do that this year. They spent a high pick on a guard, and they went and at least a second-level free agent on a guard. There are fiscal consequences to all of this. And then it also creates problems for you on the field because you are short of talent, whether it's at your offensive line, you have no depth. And we still don't even know if the five that you have, when they get together, will they be really good? Because they need to be really good, not serviceable. They need to be really, really good. You don't have a secondary, and you're not spending any money on the secondary outside of Minkah Fitzpatrick, which was really a swap for Jalen Ramsey, the only guy you were spending on in the secondary as it was. These are the consequences. Okay, so when you have a fiscal reset, there are consequences. There are shortcomings, and we can clearly see them now. They could have been better in several positions. They chose not to. They chose not to. They chose not to mortgage the future anymore. They chose not to mortgage any draft picks. They chose that. And when there's better players available, they don't select the better players. They're looking at other players to get by and to be fiscally responsible. That's what's going on here. And this is why I tell you, because of this fiscal reset, you have a coach that is not good enough to overcome this. This isn't Eric Spoelstra, where you give him James Johnson and Whiteside, and somehow or another he goes 31-10 in the second half of the season and gives you hope for a playoff run. And you almost made it. You almost made it, but that's because you have him. That's because you have Don Shula, and you have a strike year, and you have Scrubs, and he goes, I believe he went 4-1 in those 5 games. I believe. Whatever. And you had Woodstock, and you end up going to the Super Bowl. Only Shula can do stuff like that. Okay? When you have a great coach and you have fiscal consequences to your team and things change, well, like right now with the Miami Heat, it's not a great team. You're under the apron. You have no stars. The only reason some of you are thinking playoffs is because the guy that walks the sidelines. That's why. So you can have those fiscal consequences, and certain coaches can survive that, because you're all going to have to do it at one point. You can't keep spending. You can't keep mortgaging the future every year, because it will really come back to haunt you like it has for the Dolphins in the past. They're trying to avoid that by having a fiscally responsible year here and kind of reset. Can McDaniel survive? I don't believe he can, because he hasn't proven to be good enough of a coach when the roster's loaded. So what do you think now when the roster isn't loaded? So for me, now I know what the end result is going to be. When you took this path and you said, okay, we're going to have a fiscal reset because we can't keep mortgaging and ruining our future, we're going to, okay, well then that guy you've got can't overcome that. He's not that good. He's not that good with a great roster, with a loaded roster, with veterans all over the place. He's got problems getting even veterans to believe in what he wants to do. Fiscal reset has consequences, And I think the consequence is going to be a mediocre season with a mediocre coach that will get fired, and Anthony Weaver takes over. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. Ray, thank you, sir, for the love on Venmo. He says, good morning, my brother. Happy Bitcoin Wednesday. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you immensely. As always. Appreciate it. You are the man, Ray. Thank you. R&M Contractors and Custom. They get it done, bro. They get all the work done there at R&M Contractors, and I appreciate you, Ray. Thank you. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, or Solana donation. By the way, Ethereum's up to 4,200, barely up. Solana is almost up 1%. Chainlink is up 7.5%. Wait a minute, hold on. Things have just gotten updated now. Ethereum's up 3% to 4,276 now. Solana's up 3.5% to $183. Chainlink is up 7.5%, back over $26. It was like a 26.30 or something like that, 40. So it's already back to where it was before and climbing. Chainlink has been on a freaking tear, dude. Avalanche, of course, that I love is 2%. Jasmine, 2%. So some things are actually moving right now, which is nice to see. Bitcoin's at 113,400, still a steal right now. So you've got that going on. And for the market, by the way, the Dow is up about 10%. 10 points, I'm sorry. 10%. 10 points. The S&P is down about 38 points, and the NASDAQ is down about 0.5 point. All right. Big O, what would you buy right now if you had $2,600? It's close, man. You know what I would do, dude? I'm not a financial advisor by any stretch whatsoever. I would put 1,600 into Bitcoin and 1,000 into Ethereum. And I think you're going to double Ethereum pretty quick, but I think Bitcoin's going to go to 200,000 anyway, so that's pretty close. So what I would do is I would just keep my Bitcoin, get it now at this price, at this dip here, and lock in my 1,600, and then the 1,000 when the Ethereum flips to easily 8 or 10,000, and you double your Ethereum, then you can then use that money and buy back into Bitcoin and add more to your Bitcoin, since you'll be able to buy a little bit more. That's what I would do. I would do that and be safe and make money with two things that are going to absolutely explode, no matter what goes on, no matter if what they're doing in the administration makes sense or doesn't make sense. That's all. You know what I mean? Like, bottom line is they are printing more money this year, 20% pace faster than last year. So we're 20% deeper in debt this year than we were last year at the same time. So they're printing even more. Either way, both will explode. That would be the safe play, is what I would tell you. Okay. What else do we have? Matthew says, Big O, you are very smart. I don't know about that. I'm just, he says, I'm big into ETH now. I've been big into ETH since it was at $900. That's all. You just got to have patience and not fall for the stupid FUD that's out there that most people don't even understand what's going on. True Fin Fan says, thank you for the love in the super chat. He says, damn it, I blew a gasket head mentally, of course. Going to try a mental fart. Please hold. Thank you, True Fin Fan. I appreciate you. You are a trip, my brother. The realist Miami Dolphin fan says, I'm just wondering why the media won't put out there that Jonah could be a bust and no one's reporting how bad he is playing. First of all, none of this matters until we get to a game. They don't really know what's going on the offensive line until you actually put them in a real game live situation. So we'll find out in a couple of weeks. You don't really get a good feel for all this stuff anymore. They don't hit enough. So for the realist Miami Dolphin fan, just so you'll know, writers nowadays and you fans, you don't know enough. You know why? They don't hit enough to know. They don't tackle. They don't do anything enough nowadays. Take it from somebody that actually has been covering it for a long time. You used to be able to get a good feel for a team in the preseason and in training camp. Nowadays, they just don't do enough hitting to get that. So, hate to burst your bubble, but not you or them are going to know enough, or myself, until we actually see them play, because they don't practice and don't hit enough to really get a good gauge at what they're going to be on the offensive line. On the physical part of football, that part we really won't know how good of a tackling team they are until we get into the season. And we won't know if they're truly physical enough to run the ball on a consistent basis and win their battles in pass protection until we get in the real deal. Anything else is just make-believe and people just creating stuff up, like some fans that say Asante Samuel's in camp yesterday. Same crap, dude. So that's the problem with the realist Miami Dolphins fans. You guys got to know that you're just fans. You don't really know. You think you know, but you don't. But that's all right. Hey, man, knock yourselves out. You know what I'm saying? The problem is, realist Miami Dolphin fan, most of the local media, in fact, all of the local media, doesn't do what I do. They actually tell you to your face, you don't know what the hell's going on. You ever notice that? And of course, it doesn't help me. It's not gonna turn some of you on to be told that, but I'm gonna keep it as the realist media person in the business. How about that? Okay. You don't know jack crap, realist Miami Dolphin fan. And the writers that are sitting there, they don't know jack shit either about what's going to go on with the Miami Dolphins and their offensive line. They don't do enough to know. Anybody in the media that tells you they see enough to really know, they're also lying too. That's the realist Miami Dolphin fan. Let's see. How can any player, be called the bust for not even playing? Well, that's because, exactly. Jonah was a draft as a guard or a tackle. Is he playing off position? He's not necessarily struggling either, bro. We gotta wait till he actually can play. And by the way, it's normal for rookies to struggle if he's struggling. Okay, they're not supposed to all just take off. It's nice when you get Webb and Sims and you plug them in, but sometimes you end up with Green and Blake. And if you don't know your history, I'm sorry, you can't keep up with this show. We're at another level. Anyway, yes, sir. What do you got? Oh, okay. I thought you were. Here's we talked about how the Colts game is basically a must-win, and if you didn't catch it, you can. And I explained why basically it is a must-win for other reasons that aren't mathematically, okay? But you can go check it out. So you would say, right? You would agree with the general thought is Tua's everything pretty much to the season. If Tua goes down, the season's over, right? That's kind of been proven over and over again, right? Nobody can really run this system like Tua can, correct? We're all good with that, okay? What if I tell you there's another factor that is end all be all for this season? I mean, end all be all. Tua can play well, and offensive line could be playing well and all that. But the pass rushers, this is like a season of Jenga. You pull the Tua block out, and the whole thing can come down. You pull the offensive line block out, and the whole thing can come down. Well, let me tell you something. You pull the defensive ends / outside linebackers / pass rushers, whatever you want to call them, because obviously it's a 3-4 system. Okay, but just pass rushers in general. All those names that we talk about, Phillips and Chubb and Chop, and now Matthew Judon, and Sealer, and Grant better be a dog, better help out. There better be a serious pass rush to this season, because it's over. It's over for your offense because they will give up as many or more points than you can put up, which has happened already. It's also your secondary so desperately needs a great pass rush. And Anthony Weaver talked about it when he was asked about, the secondary, and he talked about how, and he sold it in general and all that, how the 11 guys, and we see it every day and all that. And he gave you the company line that he's supposed to give you. But deep down inside, this is a fiscal reset, and there are consequences. And the consequences to it is you don't have a secondary. Poor Minka, his head is going to be on a swivel like The Exorcist, just spinning and spinning and spinning. And he'll be throwing up just like her in the locker room at the end of every game. But if that pass rush is not there, your season's over. If that pass rush gets injured, your season is over. No, you'll never be able to stop anybody. And your offense has yet to ever prove to be a physically dominant offense, which, if you use a little common sense, in the history of the game, if you have a dominant physical offense that can chew the clock, then maybe that gives you a fighting chance to offset a bad defense a little bit. But that's not who Miami is. They're quick strike. If they're striking, we haven't even proven that they can actually line up and punch people in the mouth on a consistent basis and put together 13, 14 play drives and just pound and wear out teams. That's not who they are. So if this pass rush isn't dialed up, the season is over. It's a block that you pull from the Jenga and it comes down. So while everybody talks about Tua, which is so obvious, Tua goes down, the season's over. Offensive line can't block, season's over. Everybody knows this because that'll get Tua injured also. You know what I mean? And then Tua starts doing stupid shit like running and thinking that he's a football player and throwing his body around, and we know the end result of all of that. So those are obvious. But I don't think people are talking enough about if there is no pass rush, oh my God, we're headed for an ugly season. These are three things that are just like teetering because you have an injury-prone quarterback and he has a tendency of putting himself in harm's way, which doesn't help us. We have an offensive line that's young and unproven completely. And we do have pass rushers, and they're all pretty much proven except for Chop. but he's up and coming. But man, they are so important to the entire season that they are one of those building blocks that if it doesn't work, everything goes down the drain. It's insane, dude. It really is insane. All right. Anything else you catch from practice? Anything the writers put out there? Nothing interesting. Okay.
The Dolphins got Tyson Bagent a contract. They're impressed with his performance in the preseason. They've given him a 2-year, $10 million contract with incentives to get up to $16 million.
Who gave it to him?
The Bears.
The Bears. Wow.
That was the one that was he played for Caleb Williams in our preseason game.
I remember. Wow. Let's see. This is going to be a long year, folks. Just want to see the pass rush and improvement from our young DTs. Amen to that. Amen to that. Green and Blake, LOL. Oh, my God. Earthquake Blake and 145-pound weight. Yatil Green, blown knees. Yep. Yeah. And it was Cornell Green and two guys that they were both busts. Blake wasn't with him at the same time. I just threw Blake out there, but if I remember correctly, it was Cornell Green and another, and it was a tackle. And I swear when I met the guy, I go, oh my God, I want this guy to be my accountant. Super smart guy. Now I'm forgetting his name, but both of them were busts. Both of them. Billy Milner. Nice job, Luis Benito. Nice freaking job by you, dude. Way to go. Billy Milner and Cornell Green. Two absolute busts. They were drafted like Sims and Webb, together and all that, and it didn't work out for Shula. Shula really sucked at personnel, dude. Like, it's amazing that he overcame his ineptitude at general manager. I mean, once he lost his people, it was, sucked. It really sucked. And yeah, Billy Milner, man, smart dude, really smart dude. Don't want him playing on my football team, but definitely a smart dude. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that in a big time way. So, anyway, what else do we have? Anthony Richardson's agent is unhappy. Pobrecito. So, Anthony Richardson, as you all know, got benched, did not win the starting job. So, his agent now is, trust is a big factor. And that is, at best, questionable right now. Jackson, the agent, told Stephen Holder. He says, Anthony came back and made the improvements in the areas he needed to improve. And by all accounts, he had a great camp. Now, I'm going to say something about Anthony Richardson that I really like. He basically said, you've just got to respect it and keep working. I listened to the soundbite, and he said all the right things. His agent is being an agent, whatever, all that crap. Who cares? Bottom line is trust is a factor. And who the hell is going to trust Anthony Richardson? It's not like you really trust Daniel Jones. But it's just like Daniel Jones just sucks less than Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson is absolutely a horrible football player. Horrible football player. He's just on the all runway team. It looks great on the runway, but don't try to make it take off because it can't. And that's just your problem, dude. You just look good. You don't play good. And you can't even stay on the field. So I get the agent is just trying to be the agent, but that's just weak sauce in my book because it's laughable because the quarterback play from Anthony Richardson is laughable. So I'm not surprised. Hey, by the way, Sean, I was listening to Odyssey, and I don't know if you know this, bro. You know what they're gonna? They're hosting podcasters now. Yeah, and then they'll sell for you too. It's funny because the folks at Odyssey can't sell their own shit. They're like chapter 11. They're about to, and so they want you to bring your podcast over and then they'll sell for you. But of course, you'll give them more traffic to then so they could try to sell their overall numbers and boost them up because obviously they're losing their ass. I saw that and I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, okay, so a podcast. Now, listen, somebody that has no idea about this business and doesn't know anything, they might think, oh, wow, they'll go sell for me and all that. Brother, they can't even sell the people that they have on air as it is.
I thought you were talking about the move they made.
What move did they make now?
You don't know?
Oh, the FM one?
Yeah, they jumped the shark.
Oh, yeah.
They jumped the shark.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not saving them from chapter 11 either. They jumped the shark because the shark was also losing money.
I'm wondering
everything
too,
they
if
do is losing
the Dolphins didn't leave them because they didn't have the FM. Because they went over there because they're on 105.9.
Yeah.
You get
right.
I mean,
yeah.
So
yeah, and now what the Dolphins are doing, they control the broadcast thing.
So, pretty much. Yeah, that too. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, there's nothing there.
that
Yeah,
was 940. Whether the guy.
yeah, there's got nothing. They got nothing on 940. Yeah, yeah. There's nothing there. Then listen, I once was exploring to go to different places and leaving QAM, and I met with the people at 940 once, and they told me, hey, it's the seventh station in the cluster, and we treat it that way. I was like, okay. And when I was asking for a producer, like, well, are you going to pay for it? I'm like, yeah, no, this business is not going where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I'm going to carry the load, then we'll carry the load and we'll do it all ourselves then. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, Sean will get paid and I'll get paid, but you're not going to get a cut of my pie anymore. We're going to get the whole pie now. You know what I'm saying? So, much better off this way than with those idiots. But it's just too funny. And I saw that. It's like, oh, they're advertising for people to take their podcast to them. And then they also claim like they'll sell your podcast too on top of all of that. It's just freaking hilarious, dude. An idiot company that is only losing money wants to also mislead your career too at the same time. Love that, bro. I love that. I think Shula would have been Michael Jordan's equivalent as GM if not for Dan Marino. Yeah, and we got lucky with Dan Marino. Basically lucky with Dan Marino. Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, it's just kind of the way it goes. Don't forget, folks, smash the hell out of the like button. Very important that you smash the hell out of the like button. Let's see. Sorry here. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to answer a text there. I was coming in. Important text. Business text. So you gotta answer the business. When the business calls, you gotta answer. Okay. You know what? Let me mix it up a little bit here. Let me do a little music here before I go back to sports here. Let's do that. And let's start off with musicians born on this date. Sean Stanley. On the 20th, Demi Lovato, born on this date in 1992. Michael Schumann, bassist with Queens of the Stone Age, born in 85. Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, vocalist, born in 71. By the way, I just recently saw Limp Bizkit. What a terrible, terrible show they put on. Fred Durst was just meandering around and wasting time and just crap. The late, great Dimebag Darrell, born in 66 on this date. We lost him in 2004, of course. Let's see who else with Pantera, if you didn't know, just in case. Doug Feiger with the Knack. We lost him back in 2010. Stinking cancer at the age of 57. The great Phil Lynott, singer, bassist for Thin Lizzy, born in 1949 on this date. Roberto Planta, the Plant Man, Led Zeppelin's lead singer, solo artist, born in 1948 on this date. Damn, a lot of big ass names. Robert Plant, Phil Lynott, Dimebag Darrell, Fred Durst. Some names, dude. Damn, it's impressive. Isaac Hayes. Holy shit. Born in 1942 on this date. We lost him in 2008. Ralph Hutter, born in 1946. Keyboardist and one of the founding members of Kraftwerk. Let's see who else. And that is it. All right, let's go with other famous people born on this date. Remember, if I don't give you an age, that means they are no longer with us, unfortunately. We start off with Baseball Hall of Fame member Al Lopez, born in 1908. Boxing promoter Don King, born in 1931 on this date. He is 94 today. Damn, dude, that is awesome. Don King made it already in 94. George Mitchell, former U.S. Senator and diplomat, born in 33. He is 92 today. Let's see. Actor Sylvester McCoy, born in 43. He's 82. Journalist Connie Chung, born in 46. She's 79. Rudy Gatlin from the Gatlin brothers, born in 52. He is 73. Gatlin brothers. Is that Let Your Love Flow like a mountain stream and let your love flow? Is that the Gatlin brothers? No, that's. Am I right? Am I right? No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. Anyway, TV personality Al Roker, 54. He is 71 today. Actor James Marsters, born in 62. He is 63. Let's see who else. Actress Amy Adams, born in 74. She's 51. Who else? Actress Liana Liberato, born in 95. She is 30. And that is it. Sean Stanley. Oh, the Bellamy brothers. That's it. You are correct. You are correct. You are correct. All right, what you got there for wrestlers born on this date?
Oh, it's a very long list today.
It's one guy, huh?
No, it's a very long list.
Oh,
Aaliyah Mysterio is 24. Bob Cook, he turns 62. Byron Saxton turns 44. Duke the Dumpster Drosy is 57. Fuka is 41. Gunther, or Walter, however you want to go by, he is 38. Mark Davis, he turns 35. Nick Miller is 40. And Tori, she is 61. Today, August 20th, 2025.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And look at Jaybird. He had the Bellamy brothers, too, at the same time. My music history thing is not, the link is kind of like dead right now. I don't know what the hell happened to the damn link. Well, I'll hopefully get back to that. So the former Heat security officer, what a loser, bro. This guy's a total scumbag. Former Miami cop Marcos Thomas Perez, 62, a 25-year retired veteran, pled guilty Tuesday to transporting and transferring millions of dollars worth of stolen game-worn jerseys and other memorabilia. The Miami resident worked for the Heat from 2016 to 21 and as NBA security employee from 22 to 25. I feel bad for the Heat because clearly they put a lot of trust in this guy, and he royally screwed them over. Perez stole more than 400 jerseys and other items from a secured equipment room and sold items through various online marketplaces. He had access because he worked on game day security detail at the Kaseya Center. Yeah, the Heat are morons for getting duped and all of that. Over a 3-year period, authorities say Perez sold more than 100 stolen items for approximately $1.9 million and shipped them across state lines, often at bargain prices. They say he sold the Miami Heat jersey LeBron James wore during the NBA Finals for approximately $100,000. That same jersey later sold at Sotheby's auction for $3.7 million. Like, it's going on the Sotheby's auction, and the Heat are like, don't we have that jersey? So you think about this, dude, and the implications of this all is that you cannot build your Hall of Fame area. And again, I know I've done this a couple times. I don't mean to pick on the Arisons, but I have to kind of pick on the Arisons. They have very frugal ways for billionaires. They're not like Moss, and they're not like Viola and Sifu, bro. They do not put as much money out there as these guys do into the community and all that, like these guys do. Like what they're doing at War Memorial and what Stephen Ross has done at that stadium and everything else. No, dude, everything's always a handout. Always has to be city done and all that other stuff. It's not on their own. And like, what were you waiting for? Another handout to build a Hall of Fame? Dude, you're a billionaire. Why haven't you built a Hall of Fame already? You have so much. You had over 400 jerseys and a bunch of shit just sitting in a room collecting dust and doing nothing. And what you had was some scumbag ex-cop, stealing it all. You pissed off LeBron because you had to get, and I know Mike Miller wasn't even worth keeping. Fiscally, it actually made sense. But because of your frugalness, the money hurt you so much that you were willing to piss off the player. So whether it's, Riley or the Arisons, because Riley's the one that chose to pay Whiteside instead of Dwayne Wade. Like, I got to tell you, man, they're slowly but surely like staining everything they did in the past. Like, okay, well, yeah, it happened for you guys and you had a role, but it's over. And you guys keep proving that your role was over and you keep screwing up over and over and over again. I mean, look at the roster this year. Look, they had a chance to destroy it all, tear it all down, load up with picks, do the things that OKC has done and Houston and all. Don't just use Philadelphia. Oh, it didn't work. No, it's worked out in other places. If you know what you're doing, you get a bunch of picks. Maybe you can turn things around. They're not willing to do that. Why? Because there's a level of cheapness to that. Because if they tear it all the way down, you guys will lose interest. Marlins. And so and then they know they'll sell less jerseys, they'll sell less seats, people will have less interest, less money will come in. So they'd rather build a team up that's just good enough to kind of tease you. It's just money is always an issue with the Miami Heat. When you're a billionaire, I don't want to hear about money being an issue, bro. I never hear about that with Inter Miami. Those maniac Moss brothers, all they do is spend. I don't hear about Stephen Ross crying poor. All I ever see is him building up that stadium and building up the business and building up the business and building up the business. That's all I see. Viola and Sifu, all I see is them loading up stars, building a beautiful practice arena, everything that they're doing at War Memorial, everything. I see them pouring in millions back into our community. Outside of the roster, what else do I see? And the roster, you're not even doing that anymore. You don't even know how to do it anymore. Miami Heat. You know, I talked about this yesterday about what direction are they really going in. And now you look at all this stuff here on the business side. Dude, you had this guy stole 400 jerseys, so there must be a crap other ton in there. What were you doing with all of that? Why have you not actually built your own Hall of Fame somewhere there on the platform, somewhere in that downtown area? Why haven't you put your own money into that? It would be a money-making thing, a Heat Hall of Fame. I would visit it every once in a while just for the hell of it. I would love to see that. I would love to see our rich history all the way from the expansion years till now. You know the story you can tell? How come you haven't told that story? And this is not hindsight. I've talked about this in the past. Like I've talked about, I didn't even know they had all this memorabilia stashed like that. When I see this story, it bothers me even more on how the Heat on the court, off the court, they have mishandled everything in the last 10 years, dude. Seriously. Since the Big Three till now, they mishandle everything, dude. It almost feels like, I don't know, luck was on your side. You got on a roll for so long, everything you did right. Now you just don't know how to do anything right. I feel bad for them, man. I feel bad because you know that they want to win. You know they want to do everything first class because that's what they've always been. Now they don't know how to do anything right. That's scary, dude, for the Heat. That's really scary. They don't know how to do anything right. The only guy that knows what he's doing is Eric Spoelstra coaching. Because if he has anything to do with personnel, clearly they have nothing. They don't know what they're doing personnel-wise. That's proven the last 10 years. He has to do a lot of Shula stuff. He has to out-coach because he can't manage. It's kind of like, I figured this out now, which I didn't know, my ignorance. I thought Mike Tomlin didn't have that much, as much say in personnel, but no, apparently he has all say in personnel. So he's part of the problem in Pittsburgh. He's a hell of a coach, but he sucks in personnel. So anybody wants him, I would want Mike Tomlin coaching my team, but I would tell him, you have no say in personnel. You can make a suggestion, and if the personnel people want to do it, that's fine, but you're going to coach whatever they give you. You need to shut the hell up about personnel. Because the Steelers suck in personnel now. They're not very good. Their rosters have only gotten worse and worse and worse, basically. Brett says, Big O, I still maintain that the only thing better than your velvet singing voice is your knowledge of wrestling. You know it, baby. You know it. You know it. Mickey Harrison and family have short arms and deep pockets, cheap owners who is content with what he's accomplished as an owner. Now all he cares about is not losing money and keeping butts in the arena. Yeah, that's unfortunately, that's what it looks like. And it's what it is, but whether Mickey likes it or not, or doesn't believe it or whatever, those are the optics. Because the path they chose right now is completely ridiculous. You should have sold off all your pieces. And whatever you can't sell, you try to sell by the trading deadline because, whatever. If you couldn't get something for Wiggins, keep them. And because you already shipped out Tyler and Bam, because people will trade for those guys and you'll get some picks in return, you let Wiggins play his ass off. And by trading deadline, boom. And Powell, if he plays his ass off, you trade him also and load it up, dude. That's the direction you go in today's NBA. You don't go in the direction the Heat are going in today's NBA. That makes no sense. There is no path for greatness. The path that Miami has chosen now. They have no great players. They have no star players. So they have no path to greatness. But if you would have torn it down and get a bunch of picks, at least you got a shot now to rebuild to be great. Now you have no shot at being great, which is ridiculous. Well, what can I tell you? Anyway, we will be live at Fort Lauderdale United this Saturday night. And you can use that QR code, by the way. You can also get buy one, get one free for the season opener. So if you want to come on out there and join us, we'll be broadcasting live from 5 to 7. So we'll be out there having some fun. Come on out and join us and have a good old time. And we'll be watching the ladies open up against Lexington SC at Beyond Bankcard Field, which is a beautiful thing. So come on out and join us, baby. Family-friendly atmosphere. You get to connect with a lot of folks out there in the home opener. It'll be fun. And again, buy one ticket, get one free. All right. So make history with the rest of us out there and kick off the 2025 season at Beyond Bankcard Field at NSU Stadium. 7:30 will be the game time. Fort Lauderdale United made the playoffs in their first year, made it to the finals. Let's go. Let's win the title this year at Fort Lauderdale United. I'm really excited to have the partnership with Fort Lauderdale United and help local soccer grow, man. And I've always been a big part of whether it's the Miami FC, Inter Miami. God, what's the other one that I'm forgetting that I was part of? But I love now being a part of Fort Lauderdale United and Miami City FC. Yes, yeah. We promoted them. I didn't work with them, but yeah, dude, it just so I'm glad that Fort Lauderdale United has joined the platform, and I'm glad that we're going to be even broadcasting live out there, and we'll try to get you some tickets too. Not for this one, but for moving forward, we'll try to get some giveaways too. The Fusion. Thank you. It was the Fusion. Very good, Jay Bird. Thank you. Well, it would be Jay Gelfin, who's been with us on this ride for many, many years, for a couple decades now. And we appreciate you, Jay, as always, man. Thank you, my friend. Vegas has Miami finishing third in the division. That's where I have Miami, too. I have New England finishing in front of Miami. Yeah. Yeah, so do I. Yeah, that's exactly it. I have Miami and the Jets battling for fourth, and I think we'll edge the Jets off for the third spot, and the Jets will be fourth. But I think New England's going to be in second place in this division. Yeah, that's that. I agree with that. I hope I'm wrong. Obviously, I hope they're number one. I hope they win the damn division and they dominate the Bills. That would be, I know it's insane to think that, but yeah, that's what I would like. Yeah, definitely. Any other news from Dolphins camp there that I'm missing? No? Okay. All right. Let's see. They are turning into Carnival Cruise Heat. Oh, God. That was a good one. It was a good one because I know what you mean. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what you're saying. Oh, man. That's funny. Breaking news. Darren Waller stats today. 15 for 177 and 16 touchdowns. Fire. All mental touchdowns. Yeah, he saw it all. Yes, exactly. He saw and then he conquered. I mean, you can't beat that, dude.
I can't find it in there. And I don't know if you read it or saw it, but somebody was saying he's going to deserve the orange jersey tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That makes sense. Whoever made that call, for sure. Orange jersey tomorrow for Darren Waller. Oh, yeah. Maybe Judon, didn't he have a sack today? So 2 sacks, two sacks on sack, right? So maybe Judon gets the orange jersey tomorrow since he had the sacks on sack. That's a possibility there. You just never know. All right, what else do we have going on in the world of sports? Let me see if there's anything breaking NFL-wise that I have not seen. Darren Waller is one of the headlines out there that Dolphins activate him. There we go. Myles Garrett refuses to address latest speeding ticket. Okay. All right, those are kind of it's kind of a slow day today. Really. It is a slow day today. But what are you going to do? And the Hill Achan thing, I hope it's nothing serious. I wonder if they're going to even practice against the Jags. Because you would figure if they're practicing against the Jags tomorrow, today you would have put Tyreek through some kind of a light workout. The fact that you did not put him and Achan, although I don't really need to see them, but I'm just kind of foreshadowing what's going to go on. I think Furonis nailed it, bro. I don't think they're going to play the number ones. I don't think they're going to play Tua. I didn't realize it until Furonis mentioned that he only plays him on average one time in the preseason. And when he played him in the first game, which was, I think, a shocker to most of us, that's it. Wow. Okay. I mean, it's not like I really need I really want Tua to play with Icahn, and I want him to play with Waller, and I want him to play with some of the guys he hasn't played with. You know? That's what I would like to see him get a little reps with those kind of guys. I'm not as concerned. But the fact that Achan and Hill, now they still could be really banged up enough that they want to take that precaution. But if they're banged up enough to not practice today, then that means tomorrow. And yesterday was a glorified walkthrough. So that tells me they're going to be held out again this week, and they're going to take the precautionary road, which I don't have a problem with, especially with Achan. I didn't even want to see him as much as I saw him in those practices, and especially short yardage. Oh, my God. How catastrophically stupid was that to be using him in short yardage situations? That one I can't even forgive Mike McDaniel for that. These are the things that he does at times that just makes no sense to me. 0 sense. Just like if you don't call Cutter's Edge Pro, that makes 0 sense. Right there. You want lawn care done the right way. You want landscaping done the right way, because they do the maintenance also. So you need that lawn care monthly and maybe quarterly, whatever it is, twice a year. Call our friends at Cutter's Edge Pro. They can help you out. Tree trimming, landscape design, outdoor lighting, irrigation, synthetic turf, which my dogs love it 3 years in. And they have that synthetic turf, and it is awesome. 954-472-0622. Reach out to William Quigley and the great people at Cutter's Edge Pro. 954-472-0622. All right. Let's see. What else do we have going on? All right. Dolphins wise, I think we are pretty much covered. I think you guys got anything else to add to the program as I wrap it up? If you got any questions, shoot, because I think I'm pretty close to wrapping it up here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. I'll give you guys a minute or two if you want to send in any questions, any comments, anything else. You got something there coming across?
No, just a funny thing at Browns camp.
Oh, Browns camp.
Yeah. Do you know the guy, Chris Maloney?
No?
actor from Law and Order.
Oh, yeah. I know who he is now. Yes.
So he's out at Browns practice today, and a fan goes, Deshaun Watson must have been nervous as scrapped it.
Dun dun. That's awesome.
It's actually relatively light day as far as the good thing, I guess. There's no injuries being reported as of yet. So
Yeah.
From anywhere in the NFL, because usually that's what dominates the timeline when it happens.
Jay Bird says, "Oh, are you going to do a recap of the new Fort Lauderdale United roster?" Yeah, I'll do it on when we get to on Saturday. During that show for 2 hours, we'll talk about all the local sports like we normally do, and then we're gonna obviously introduce folks to the new roster because there's a lot of new faces. Hopefully, we will have an interview with one of the ladies. And maybe a coach will stop by. So we're looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I know Friday, Sean is going out there to inspect where we're going to be broadcasting from and all that. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to this partnership this season and broadcasting monthly at the games. And we could be doing, obviously, we'll be doing a lot of the women's games, but later on, I wouldn't be surprised if we're also covering some of the men's games too. At the same time, they've got an academy. They've got all kinds of stuff going. They're actually building it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like really the right way. And so it's cool stuff what Tommy's doing out there. And he's got an amazing staff, and the facility is freaking enormous. It's just really, it's impressive what they've got going on there. So really, really cool. So yeah, I will, cover it like crazy on Saturday, and we'll have some fun, and we'll get ready for the game and have a blast. That's it. Big O, what's your prediction on McDaniel's ums and ahs this season? Too many. That will be way too many. Breaking news: Dolphins sign another scrub. Donald says, great show. You actually commented on my Blake Green post. I'm on the Canadian border listening in. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in and supporting us. We really appreciate that. Amazing how the Dolphins signed the DB who was with the UFL last season. Big O, your thoughts? Fiscal reset has consequences. Yeah, he was a former third-round pick. Yeah. Just didn't pan out, and he'll bounce back. Hey, listen, here's what the positive Dolphin fans are going to tell you. Listen, we got a Rondé Gadsden from the Portland Fireblazers in the Arena League. So this guy coming from the UFL, he could be the next Rondé Gadsden at quarterback. That's it. And then they'll tell you, hey, we got Mark Dixon from the Canadian League. Cam Wake from the Canadian League. By the way, this dude is wearing 91. What's his name? Judon. Oh, no, he's not wearing 91?
Madison broke his neck, so now he took his number. He's got number 8 now. That was Madison before he got injured.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least he wore 8 in the preseason games.
Okay.
I don't know if that was going to be.
Okay, so he got his 8. So he got 8 back.
He got 8 back.
But
yeah.
Why would you give Cam Wake's number up?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's why they were hoping for big things from him. And obviously, you saw practice today.
Yeah, but he's.
He was Cam Wake-ish at practice today. I mean, come on. He had back-to-back sacks on sack. I mean, come on.
I just find it kind of disrespectful you're giving up Cam Wake's number.
Yeah, but how many guys do they have out there right now? Like, they got to be getting.
Don't care,
they have 47
bro.
defensive tackles right now?
But give him another number. I don't care. But
double zero?
Anything. But don't give him Cam Wake's number.
They didn't. They took it back from him. They gave him 8.
I know, but the fact that it was dished out for a moment. I don't know. I think you should kind of honor Cam Wake, dude. Look, Cam Wake's not going to the Hall of Fame. You can forget about that. Okay, he wasn't that kind of defensive end, but he is a Ring of Honor guy. He's Ring of Honor all the way, dude. Ring of Honor. He won't make it to the Hall of Fame because he wasn't a run stopper. He wasn't more than a sack guy. Okay? And so that's where it's going to hurt him a little bit to get into the Hall of Fame. Will he be considered and put on the list? Oh, yeah, I'm sure he will, but he's not going to get in. He's not going to get in. But he definitely deserves to be in the Ring of Honor. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I personally would not have given it away. That's just me, but I'm not a fan of giving away Cam Wake's number. Especially for, God, it's a rent-a-player. Matthew Judon's going to be here for a cup of coffee, and then he's gone. Yeah, exactly. So I just kind of, yeah, tough. But hey, that UFL corner, there's no doubt he'll lead the team in interceptions, and he'll have a pick six in the Super Bowl. Yeah,
I'm sure him and Darren
mentally, by the way, mentally.
I was going to say him and Darren Waller probably on the sideline with the mental reps.
Right. Darren Waller will have the mentally. He'll have the Super Bowl trophy MVP, and then that corner will mentally also have 4 interceptions for you in a mental Super Bowl.
You know what it was? One-on-one drills. Darren Waller was running the passes. The new signee was guarding him.
Osmosis practice.
They're just practicing.
Practice by osmosis.
Mentally.
Okay. I like it. Practice by osmosis. That's how the Dolphins are getting better and taking it to the next level. Practice by osmosis. I mean, you really can't beat that, folks. All right. We thank Alan, of course. Without Alan, it doesn't happen here every single month, and we appreciate it immensely. Eric Stampone, as always, getting it done out here. We appreciate it. Thomas Pierre, Brian Medina, Samuel Williams, all kinds of great people out here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, 16100 Pines Boulevard. We'll be out here again next month having some fun. And remember, mention our name. You will get $500 off, whether you're buying or leasing a vehicle. So when you get on out here, say, hey, man, Big O, send me out here. I want to get my new Crosstrek. I'm looking to get whatever vehicle you want to get out here, the Outback, whatever. You tell them the Solterra, beautiful vehicle. You're going to get $500 off. So make sure you mention us here. We thank the great Sean Stanley. We shall see you all tomorrow. We're 10 a.m. tomorrow, right? We're back normal time Thursday. And then Friday, we're at Canesware in Davie. From 11 to 1, we'll be out there broadcasting live. So if you live or work in that Davie area, we'll be out there from 11 to 1. Come on by and say hi. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Same time, same place, same bat channel.